I know it's early, but that game against the Cavaliers without Garland, without Mitchell, and you combine that with the Bucks game, the game before, did it kind of seem like the season was already over with those two games? I'm not trying to be too negative. It was just that was kind of the feeling. I was thinking we're going to get a lot more games like this year where they're not going to be entertaining, where I'm going to be bored, where I'm going to be doing other things while the game is on. Like, it just feels like with those two games back to back that the season is going to be a long one and there's really no hope for them making a play-in run or anything. Like, it just seems like there's not going to be much to root for this year other than development.
I think from that game, my biggest takeaway is how competitive the East is.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Even the Central Division, for that matter. I mean, the Pistons division is very stacked. I mean, from the Bulls to the Bucks to the Cavs, and Indiana and Detroit are kind of on like the same playing field. I just think the East is very competitive. It's not that same old narrative where, years ago people are like, "Oh, dude, the West is so stacked, the East sucks." Yeah. I think the East is right up there with the Western Conference, in my personal opinion. I think every night there's a caliber star player that the Pistons have to go up against in the Eastern Conference. I don't think the season's over. I just think they were taking on teams that are going to make deep playoff runs. And you saw that, the Bucks don't mess around with Giannis. The Cavs are an extremely deep playoff team, even without Garland and Mitchell. They're just a really well-coached team. And I think one positive note I will say for Pistons fans is I want you to look at the Cavs rebuild. The Pistons can try to emulate that because the Cavs only rebuilt for 4 years and they were back in the playoffs. And they made themselves available with trades, with getting a Jared Allen, getting a Karis LeVert. You can turn around a rebuilding franchise very quickly if you put yourself in the position to trade. Like, they got Jared Allen for basically nothing because they put themselves in a trade with multiple teams. The Pistons can do that because they're going to have a ton of cap space next summer. So that's what I want to kind of have, like a positive message. I'm not giving up on the season, even though it's 10 games into the season. I think they were just playing teams that were just at a high level that are playoff caliber teams.